E neka si v kadar. Ще опитам. Миналия път се чудех дали има начин да напиша. Да. There it is. Okay. И миналия път да ми се бъде.
Иска се замисли.
Кой така да не се притеснява. Окей. Окей. Hello, welcome. This is the webinar how to register spot courses at AUBG. 2-3 more minutes and we will get started. We decided to reschedule this webinar for today because of technical difficulties. Last time we couldn't do it, and hopefully we'll have enough viewers today which will benefit from some information about course selection at AUBG. Okay. That shows you're really very enthusiastic and motivated to be at AUBG, since you're available now to get some more information about course selection at this busy holiday day. Good for you, congratulations. Staff and professors at AUBG also getting ready for the holidays. Tomorrow is the last working day, and after that everybody will take on some break. So everyone is looking forward to the holidays and to some time to relax and spend with family. Okay. Yes, I guess we can get started. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Maya Parmakova, and I'm the director of the AUBG Academic Advising Center. The Advising Center main goal is to offer assistance to students in many areas, one of which is course selection. I'm also faculty advisor to a big portion of students at AUBG, and this is one of the main roles, to be available to assist students in the process of course selection. Advising Center also offers assistance in terms of major selection, which major to select, how to find the best match between student personal interest and plans, and at the same time what is available at AUBG. So we do that as well. We also offer a series of workshops which help students to transition from high school to university. Some topics include time management, exam preparation, note-taking, very helpful things for students to really enhance their university life and to be successful in the courses they take. And we also offer tutoring to students. We have AUBG students who offer subject tutoring in different areas such as mathematics, accounting, economics, languages as well. So these are some of the areas that the Advising Center is doing for students. I wanted to say a couple of words about the Advising Center. So I'm delighted to be available for you today. And the main goal of my presentation is to guide you to the process of course selection I'm also very happy that my colleague Victor is here with me also.
Hello, everyone.
He's helping me with the technical aspect of the presentation, and I am really very appreciative to Victor. Thank you, Victor. So after my brief introduction, I guess we can go ahead with the presentation that I have put together, which will guide you through the step of selecting your courses at AUBG. Victor is helping me now to get the presentation started, and this time we have it for sure. Okay. So I also wanted to congratulate you for choosing AUBG, for making this choice to be an AUBG student. This is a wonderful choice, and I'm sure you won't regret it. And after making this important decision in your life, the university to be, you will have some other important decisions to make, some other important choices to make, and they are related to the courses you will be selected in your first semester, in your first year. And from my experience, I noticed that this is the most exciting part for students because they are in charge. Actually, they are the ones who will design their own schedule for the first semester and for the following semester as well. Of course, based on what is available at the university. And again, this is one of the most exciting aspects of being at AUBG, that the students are the designers of their schedules for the semesters. And this will be the case with your first semester, although some of the courses that you have in your first semester schedule have to be there. So in a way, your choices are helped by having some mandatory courses in your semester schedule. So let's get started. Next step. Okay. Again, it's about making choices. And the main goal of this presentation is to guide you through the steps you will make regarding your first semester schedule. Okay? Okay. The first step, first question that you will need to have a clear answer is how many classes you will be taking in your first semester. I can help you with the answer. We recommend taking 5 or 6 classes in your first semester, which sums up to about 15 or 17 credits, based on the fact that each class carries 3 or 4 credits. So as an advising center director and as a faculty advisor, I recommend to students to take 5 or 6 classes which will match the frame of 15, 17 credits per semester. By doing that, you will be able to collect the necessary credits, the minimum amount of credits, about 120, to graduate in 8 semesters or 4 years. Okay, so first step, deciding how many classes. Answer is 5 classes or 6, which will be adding up to about 15 or 17 credits maximum. And as I mentioned, you will need an average of 15 credits per semester in order to graduate within 4 years. So selecting 15 or 16 credits per semester will put you in a very good shape, credit-wise. Okay. Your following steps will include choosing specific courses from these following groups. First group, foundation courses. The second group, prerequisite required elective courses by majors. Third group, the general education courses. And the fourth group, elective and language courses. So let's start discussing those areas you will be choosing courses from one by one. Your foundation courses aim to prepare you well for the other courses you will be taking relating to your majors or other courses related to elective courses you will be taking. And one example of foundation course is the exposition course. So your first class has been already selected for you. English 101 Exposition is one of the foundation courses you will be taking in your first semester. In fact, all first semester students are taking this course. So English 101 Exposition is in every first semester student schedule. Math 100 Introductory Mathematics is also a foundation course. And here, the requirement for taking this course may be satisfied in case you have taken the SAT test and the math section you have scored with minimum 570 there. So in case you have taken SAT test and you have scored minimum 570 in the math section, Math 100 Introductory Mathematics will be waived for you. Another way to waive this course from your semester schedule will be to take a placement test during the orientation, and you will be given this option. You will have an opportunity to take a placement test for Math 100 Introductory Mathematics. And if you pass this placement test, you will secure space for another course in your schedule on the place of Math 100. Okay. English 100, English Grammar Structure is another foundation course, which will have to be taken in the first semester. And similarly with the Math 100 Introductory Mathematics course, students can waive this particular course by two ways. First will be if you have taken the SAT test and your verbal section score is minimum 450. And another way to waive the English 100 in your first semester will be by taking placement test during orientation. Again, if you sit in this test and you pass the test, you will secure a spot for another course in your first semester schedule. So far, so good. I hope everybody is following me. Of course, if you have questions, I will open it up and you're welcome to ask some questions. If something doesn't make sense, write down your question and I will be happy to answer the questions. We continue with the next step, which is also related to a foundation course. Statistics is a foundation course as well. But here you have a choice. Statistics needs to be taken during your first year, and you have the choice to take it in your first or in your second semester. It will be up to you. It will also depend on the spaces available in this section. There is one recommendation that we make sure everybody is aware. We recommend that Math 100 Introductory Mathematics is completed before you decide on taking statistics course. Okay? So much with the foundation courses. The next area that you will be choosing courses from are courses which are related to the major or majors you're interested in pursuing at AUBG. Examples of prerequisites or required courses are, for example, Eco 101, this is principles of microeconomics, and Eco 102, principles of macroeconomics, as well as statistics, are prerequisite courses for the business major. In other words, in order to enroll in specific business courses, students will need to cover first principles of micro, principles of macro, and statistic course. This will be their foundation to continue building with their business knowledge. Another example of required course will be Post 101 Introduction to Politics. For example, this is a required course for the political science major at AUBG. So these courses which are related to your majors, whether they are prerequisite, required, or elective, will be the other area that you will be choosing your courses for your first semester. The other group, as I mentioned at the beginning, from which you will be choosing courses also is the general education group. These are the general education courses. This is a program at AUBG which is complementing your knowledge in the majors you will be pursuing here at AUBG. The general education program consists of 7 categories, and I have listed them here. They are aesthetic expression, historical analysis, literary analysis, moral and philosophical reasoning, quantitative reasoning, scientific investigation, social and cultural analysis. Every category from the general education program in brackets, I have indicated the amount of courses you will need to take throughout your academic career at AUBG. For example, the first category, aesthetic expression, it includes courses related to arts, such as drawing, theater, music, and you need 1 course or 3 credits from this category. And you decide when to take this course, whether in the first year or in the second year, but you will need a course from this category throughout your stay at AUBG. From historical analysis, you will need 2 courses. And again, you decide when, in which semesters to take those 2 histories. You also need the 2 literatures, 2 moral and philosophical reasoning courses, 2 quantitative reasoning courses, which are math courses, 1 scientific investigation course, and 2 courses in social and cultural analysis. In total, these are 12 courses, which you spread in your 4 years of studies at AUBG. And when students ask me the question, what general education course to select in my first semester, because this is one of the categories you will be choosing from, I usually say, perhaps the areas which interest you the most will be a good choice for you, so that you make a really balanced schedule in your first year. You have some foundation courses to take. You pick up a general education course which will be in an area of interest for you, and you choose some courses related to your major. So this will make your first semester schedule. And the final category that you're choosing courses from is the group of elective or language courses. Let me explain what elective course means. It means that this is a course which doesn't count towards the major or the general education program. This is simply a course which will bring you credits, some knowledge, and eventually fun. Example, the course Info 150, Personal Productivity with Information Technology, will be an elective course for you if you're pursuing, let's say, political science major. You take this course just to strengthen your knowledge in personal productivity, and this will be counted as elective course for you. Okay. Also, language courses are option you can choose from. Usually in the spring semester, we have the second part of the language courses. For example, Introduction to French Language and Culture 2, Introduction to German Language and Culture 2, Introduction to Spanish Language and Culture, Language in Culture and Society. The first parts of these courses have been offered in the fall, and now in the spring semester, it's the continuation of this, the first part. And you will be able to enroll in language courses, especially if you have studied language already. Your option is to meet with the language instructor, take a placement test, and the language instructor will tell you in what level you will be able to join. And if you decide to start studying a language from the very beginning, my advice for you will be to consider taking a language course in the fall then, when we have the beginning sections. Some intermediate levels of languages are offered as well, also the second parts, and these are also accessible through placement tests that you can arrange by meeting with the language instructors. By the way, the intermediate courses, which I have listed here, intermediate French 2, intermediate German 2, and intermediate Spanish 2, they also count as general education courses in the category social and cultural analysis. Okay, this concluded listing the areas that you can choose from. And just to summarize, the four areas that you can choose courses from are foundation courses, courses related to your major, in general education courses, and the fourth group were elective and language courses. And just to summarize and review your choices so far, I have listed here exposition, which carries 4 credits, and it will be in every first semester student schedule. Eventually, Math 100 Introductory Mathematics, which carries 3 credits. English Grammar and Structure course, another 3 credits. Statistics, 3-credit course. And let's say the student selected principles of microeconomics because the student is interested in pursuing economics major. Summing up, we have 5 courses, totaling 16 credits, and this is a perfect schedule for a first semester student. 16 credits is just the optimum that they can pursue in their first semester. In case this student passes the placement test for Math 100 and English 100, the 2 spaces for these courses will open up space for some other 2 courses which the student will be choosing later on after figuring out the results from the placement test. But in total, optimal amount of courses is 5, and the optimal amount of credits is 15 or 16. In your case, in your first semester, it will be 16 credits total. Okay, after you do your selection, and I hope this presentation is helping you, you will come to the last step of your course selection. Enter your course requests in the student portal. I understand my colleagues from registers have mailed you the information of accessing the student portal, how to get there, and they have notified you about the time you can do that. December 14th through January 6th. And I have here a link which will take you to a tutorial, video tutorial, how to access the student portal. This is the last step you will do from this course selection. Enter in your course request in the student portal within this time frame, but don't worry if you don't manage to do it by the January 6th and you try to do it afterwards, you will be okay. Also, at this stage, the registrar's office staff will pre-register you for minimum 3 of the courses that you selected and you requested in the student portal. So in your summary of requested courses, if you see 3 courses but you requested 5, don't worry. Your official registration at this stage consists of 3 courses. That's okay. You will continue your registration when you come at campus for orientation. Again, last points that I would like to make. Course registration will continue on campus during orientation week. And I understand it starts January 17th. When you arrive on campus, you check in residence hall, in your residence hall. And January 18 is the first day of orientation. I understand the schedule of orientation is already posted online. And it includes all the sessions you will have, including the placement test for Math 100, English 100. During orientation week, you will also be able to meet with your faculty advisors, hopefully with your student advisors. I will have an individual session with you. I'll introduce to you the official registration site at AUBG, which is called rec.aubg.bg. And at this stage, you will be able to select your courses more specifically, meaning you will be able to know your times, the instructors for the courses. All of these details will be specified when you come on campus for orientation. And final notes, your course schedule will be finalized during add-drop week. The first week of classes is called add-drop week. And the reason to call it this way is because during the whole week, Monday through Friday, students are still able to add or drop courses from their schedule. They have the freedom to change their schedule. They are also able to visit every single class offered at AUBG. They can go to the class, they can visit the class, they can have experience with the class and make a decision where they would like to be in the class or not. So add-drop week gives you lots of freedom to consider your semester schedule, to consider the choices you have made, and to make changes to them if you decide you would like to do that. But until then, until you come on campus and the orientation starts and we start working together on your schedule again, I suggest you stay in touch with us. I have here my email. My student advisors also have their email to which you can write, ask questions. One thing I would like to point that, as I mentioned, the university starts the holidays after tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last working day for the year, and the school will close until January 3rd. So we will be available again for answers on January 3rd, the first working day for the new year. This is pretty much everything that I wanted to guide you through. I wish you lots of luck with selecting your courses, and I would like to open it now to questions. If you have some, feel free to ask any questions. I will be happy to answer. And at this stage, I'll close the presentation with the help of Victor, who is so graciously helping me.
welcome online.
Okay, thank you. And viewer, that means that it's okay. 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 It's for sure it's here.
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Okay.
If you don't have any questions, we can stop it and that's it.
Okay, I'll give a couple more minutes if our viewers eventually have some questions to us. One of the most common questions students ask me when they have to declare a major. And this is a very good question to answer because selecting the major is a process to which you can give plenty of time, and you don't have to hurry to make your final decision. You can give yourself some time to explore, experiment in your first year, take some courses from the general education areas. This is basically the idea also of the general education, to give opportunities to explore some fields, some other fields. So in your first year, you have the opportunity to experiment, to explore, and then make a decision eventually by your second year. So students have the opportunity to give themselves time and not to hurry with the decision about the major. We expect students to declare their major in the second year and not later than their fifth semester. And during that time, again, they can give themselves the opportunity to experiment with fields they haven't really studied, some new areas and fields they may be interested. Okay. Okay, in case there are no questions, we can just close it up, and you're welcome to send emails. I will be available until 5 o'clock today, as well as half of the day tomorrow. By noon tomorrow, I will be available for answers. Also, feel free to send your emails, and if this is done during the holiday period, you have to be sure that your email will be answered with the start of the first working day on January 3rd. Okay? Well, thank you very much for those of you who joined us. I really hope that this was something helpful to you. Again, I am open to questions and will be delighted to answer emails or phone calls. Happy holidays. Thank you for joining us.